Hi there guys, we are back at step 2 and we are introducing SolidWorks to you. So I'm going to explain exactly what I said I was going to do in step 1, my first video. This right hand side pane, when I click onto the decals area, you'll see the appearances, scene and decals, presentation scenes. I'd like to go and make use of these scenes in my drawing scene. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, click in the gray area here just to clear away this area here. It's going to go get minimized, and I'm going to go to new. I then get presented with 3 different options. I can go draw parts. Okay, 3D parts, you can see it's based in 3D shapes. I could do assembly, so if I have drawing files that are drawn in assembly parts already, I can go and join those and assemble them, and then I get the option of drawing. This will typically give me something in 2D. Alright, so I want to go ahead and highlight my parts. You can see as I click through these, it'll be highlighted. You can either double click on it for selection or just highlight this area here and click OK. Right, while we wait, we will obviously be presented with the parts in a moment, and we will see that we will be able to drag and drop these scenes that we had on the right hand side over here into my area or my drawing space. Right, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to take this landscape area, just this one that I've selected, landscape 4, and I will drag and drop it into here. You'll see that I'll be able to have that picture in the background. It is not draggable, so in this instance over here, I can't see it in 3D. This is just a 2D picture, like a normal JPEG, for instance. Okay, if I wanted any more scenes, I can simply go ahead and go and select more scenes. You could use these scenes as maybe if you've designed a car or so to drive on this track, or a house, for instance, and plant it in there to have a kind of a realistic view of what you're going to be designing and how it might fit in the environment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just have a look at a couple of other things. Let's have a look at the basic scenes that we are presented with. Over here we have the basic scenes. This is something we can, however, twist around, unlike the ones we've just seen before. Okay, very nice. Okay, and if I had to go and put my planes models inside here, let's make those visible for a moment. Okay, you'll be able to see that I can spin them around and I'll have a background that will conform to it. Let's change the scene and make it a little bit more interesting. Let's go to the next one, studio scenes. I quite like this one. Alright, and you'll be able to see that I have a couple of shades happening over here, a little shadow falling, and I'll be able to twist this around. Okay, I'm going to stick to this background. Let's just quickly look at how I went about showing these planes. I had to click on the actual plane, and you'll see I have a little eyeball over here, and as I have my mouse hanging over it, it says hide. Now if I had to click on that, it would take away that specific front plane. Look at it again. I'm going to put my mouse over there and look at the actual screen. Alright, that is shown as hidden. Alright, let's go hide the top plane. You'll see every time I put my mouse on that plane, it will actually highlight it as yellow, or sorry, orange. So I'm going to click on it and go say hide. And the same with the right plane. Hide. Okay, I'm going to go to my front plane and I'm going to say show, because that eyeball now is as apparent as it is. I'm going to click on it now. What I'd like to do with this shape over here, because I've moved it around quite a bit, I'd like to have it seen at a 90-degree angle so that I can have my drawing nicely drawn and accurate. So I'm going to go click on that plane over there, and you'll see that this little shortcut bar will pop up. Now I have a normal 2, and this will obviously be the normal view that I need to see this at so that I can draw accurate shapes. So I'm going to click on it, and it'll present that at a 90-degree angle for me. So if I had to go and draw a square, triangle, or a circle, I'll actually see it as a square, triangle, or a circle. And the same way for the top, you'll see that when I click on show, it is actually this line over here. So let's quickly just drag this along. The way I'm dragging it along is I'm holding the little scroll button on my mouse, and I'm clicking and dragging that along. I'm not clicking once and then moving. I'm keeping it in, and I'm simply dragging it. Look at the icon of the mouse showing a rotational arrow. There it is there. And if I had to go to that right plane, I can also show the right plane again, and there we go. I'll have the right plane over here. Now you'll also notice when I move my mouse over these planes, I can actually highlight each one of them separately. Now remember, if I go highlight this plane over here and I click on it, I'll be able to go and draw on it. But also if I click on it, I'll be able to go to normal 2 and have a 90-degree angle, so I can have a nice accurate drawing. Let's draw this to 90 degrees as well. For my top plane, I can click on it. The little shortcut key bar will come up. I can go normal 2 and I can have the top plane at 90-degree angle. Right, let's try the other one. This is my right plane. Click on it and I can do the same. Alright, where else will I be able to see that same button? Well, if I had to go to each one of these planes on the left hand side here, you'll notice that this is going to be the tree of design. Okay, and I'm going to click on the front plane and I'll have that same button there, so I can do exactly the same from the left hand side as well as in the drawing pane as well. So I'm going to click on this side here. I'm going to then click on the normal 2 and I'll bring the front plane up to a 90-degree angle of sight. Same with top. You'll notice there it is there. I can do the same there, and I can do the same with the right. Okay, there we go. Now the question is, where else will I be able to see it? At the top over here, you'll notice there are a couple of nicely arranged icons. Okay, so if you do not know about these ones over here by now, and the ones that you can simply click on, we can simply go and click on this guy over here. It says view orientation. There will be a couple of view orientations, and the one that I'm focusing on right now is obviously the normal 2. You'll also notice that I can use Control 8 to normal to that specific plane. So I click on normal 2. There we go. I would, in fact, in this case here, I need to highlight that plane and go ahead and normal 2, and therefore it will highlight or normal to the front plane. Let's go again. I'm going to try highlight this plane over here first. Notice my drop a little shortcut key over here. I'm not going to use that one, so it disappears. I can go here, my orientation, and I can go and click on that as well. There we go. Alright guys, I think that's enough for step 2, just so that you know that you have planes to draw on and how to go and click on them to do a normal 2 to have an accurate drawing. Thank you for watching guys, and I hope this has assisted you with step 2 of Introduction of SolidWorks.